What were the problems in the conventional on-premise tin? Again, it was important for our teams to co-develop with our AWS friends our cloud architecture, and that Dyson was skilled and confident across the myriad of components on the cloud. We are particularly pleased with the observability layer that we built with Invisible Cloud, and that helps us to manage and report the performance of all of our jobs. So far, we have been able to significantly increase the productivity by as much as 6 times that we knew previously, and that's just the beginning. At Dyson, we're problem solvers, and we find the impossible alluring. As with Sir Dyson, the need for iterations is a given, but the speed to go from one iteration to the next is what is allowing us to win. With AWS and our partners, we continually seek out emerging technology components across the stack. This includes simulations, robotics, data science, and automation. So, wrapping up, whenever I work with a partner, I like to imagine the mathematical expression that sits between us. Is it a minus? Is it a divider? Is it a sum? Is it a multiplier? On reflection, when we look at what our internal teams have done with our AWS colleagues, we think it's nothing short of exponential. So thank you for the opportunity to talk to you about the amazing Dyson. And remember, beautiful and profound shapes form in the cloud. And just to end, my teenager tells me that if you don't snap it, it didn't happen. So, okay, everybody have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. It's great to see EFA getting that much love in this talk today. Your story is a great example of taking technology and putting it to work at Dyson, particularly in the HPC space, which was the first space I worked in when I moved to AWS. So it's great to see. In 2023, I saw a lot of companies really grappling with generative AI. They could see the potential, and they began experimenting. But it's hard to move experimental proof of concepts to production. So we have built services that help you make this leap. We are making it easy to build and scale generative AI, customized to your data, your use cases, your customers. We find it helpful to think about these offerings as a stack. The bottom layer of the stack is the infrastructure that you use to train foundation or large language models and run them in production. The middle layer provides access to the models that you need and to the tools that you need to build with these models. And at the top layer, we have applications that are built leveraging foundation models and LLMs, so you can take advantage of Gen AI quickly and effectively, but you don't need any specialized knowledge. Let's dig into this a little bit more and start with the lowest layer of the stack. With these models, there are 2 kinds of workloads, training and inference. Training is required to create and improve these foundation models by learning patterns from very large amounts of training data. And with inference, you're taking these models to generate outputs such as text, images, video, what may have you. So while many of you are not engaging directly in building foundation models, our deep investment in this layer enhances the capabilities and efficiency of the services we provide at higher levels. These build on each other. So you have tools like SageMaker, which make it easy for customers to build and train models with tools and workflows that cover the entire lifecycle. These workloads consume absolutely massive amounts of compute power. To make Gen AI use cases economical and feasible, you need to run your training and inference on very performant, cost-effective infrastructure that's purpose-built for AI. So AWS has 14 years of experience running NVIDIA GPUs in the cloud. We first launched an EC2 instance, the CG1, some of you may remember it, with NVIDIA GPUs in 2010. And since then, we've built an entire family of instances, including the latest NVIDIA GPUs like the H100. These GPU instances are built on the performance foundation of AWS storage and networking services with an absolutely broad array of orchestration options. You saw some in the last presentation, and open source framework support. With EFA networking, you can even provision ultra clusters of up to 20,000 GPUs to support your largest workloads. All of these innovations come together to make AWS the best place to run GPUs in the cloud. And in fact, when NVIDIA wanted to build the world's fastest GPU supercomputer, they came to us. Project SIBA is a collaboration between NVIDIA and AWS that will feature over 20,000 Grace Blackwell 200 superchips and our 4th generation EFA networking that provides up to 800 gigabits per second per superchip. That's amazing. It's capable of processing a massive 414 exaflops of AI. We have also built on experience running AI workloads to develop our own custom silicon. Over the past 5 years, our investment in custom silicon has led to a significant cost reduction in ML training and inference. So for training, we have AWS Trainium, and for inference, we have AWS Inferentia. These chips can help reduce training costs by up to 50% and inference costs by up to 40% compared to similar EC2 instances. But it's not just about performance and cost. It's also about sustainability. We want to enable customers to reduce the energy required to power their training and inference. And Trainium and Inferentia are as much for that as much as it is about performance and cost. So when customers start building with generative AI, they often have questions like, which model should I use? How can I move more quickly? How can I keep my data secure and private? That's why we are investing so significantly in the middle layer of the stack. And the middle layer of the stack is Amazon Bedrock. Bedrock is the easiest way to build and scale GenAI applications using LLMs and other foundation models. If you're a software developer, that's the layer you'll often interact with. Customers in virtually every industry are using Bedrock to reinvent the user experience, the products that they're building, the processes around them, and to bring AI into the heart of their business. If you're a company becoming generative AI-enabled building applications, you're going to use Bedrock. So what does Bedrock do? It is a fully managed service that offers a choice of high-performing foundation models from leading AI companies like Anthropic, AI21 Labs, Cohere, Meta, Mistral AI, Stability, and Amazon via a single common API. This customer choice is important because no one model will rule them all. It's something we believe quite deeply. Look, we are in the early days of generative AI. Models come out at an ever-increasing rate. They keep getting more powerful. It's kind of fascinating how quickly these models are evolving. We have also found, with both our customers and our own work, that we often end up using more than one model to build applications depending on our requirements and what we want to accomplish. So this flexibility to use different models, often at the same time, in the same application, at different times, and for different use cases, is very, very important. It's a foundational capability built into Bedrock. And Bedrock has you completely covered. Whatever model you choose, you also need your generative AI to be deployed in a safe, trustworthy, and responsible fashion. It's something we talk about all the time. It's called responsible AI, and it's our North Star. The capabilities that make Gen AI very promising and powerful also introduce potential for misuse, like many powerful technologies. We want to be able to unlock Gen AI's complete potential while managing and mitigating the risks that come with it. So an important concept and component of responsible AI is promoting interactions between you and your customers and your applications. You want these interactions to be safe, avoid harmful outputs, and you want to stay within your company's guidelines. The models do a great job of providing a base set of guardrails, but you want to do more. And for that, we built Bedrock Guardrails. These help you easily implement safeguards for your Gen AI applications. These are customized to your requirements and your responsible AI policies, so you get to tune them. Another critical component of building these Gen AI applications that is unique to your business is your data. Data is your differentiator. How you set up your data infrastructure is going to be critical to how successful you are with generative AI. Your data has to be up to date, it has to be accurate, it has to be discoverable. and it has to be available no matter where it resides. So the first step in achieving all of this is moving all your data to the cloud. One customer that really, really understands the power of their data is Adobe. Let's take a look.
Sorry, we're picking up your bracelets on the mic.
You could Gen AI them out.
For decades at Adobe, we've been pushing technology to help creative professionals create content.
The pace of innovation right now is really high. AWS has been instrumental in helping us scale up to meet our needs.
Firefly is our family of foundational generative models. We've built our training and inference infrastructure on top of Amazon EC2 and Amazon S3. We use EFA technology for fast machine-to-machine communication and fleets of NVIDIA P4, P5s that enable us to train large models very fast.
Generative AI is an ingredient in a creator's creative process. Creators can ideate with this new generative technology and take that further within the applications that they use.
And doing all of those things in seconds. More than 5 billion images have been generated in the last 11 months. We wouldn't have been able to navigate that growth without the help from AWS.
And there's so much more to come, expanding our family of foundational models and maturing those capabilities.
That's the future, embracing this rapid innovation. It's the new digital literacy. It's required for any company these days.
Can't wait to see what our customers are going to do with that.
Amazing. That's super inspiring work from Adobe. As a heavy user of Lightroom, I can't wait to see Firefly make its way there. I know they've announced it. Can't wait. I've spent a ton of time over the last 16 years that I've been at AWS helping customers drive their digital transformation into the cloud. In almost every single case, a key to these transformations was data. Every modern business, in the end, is a data business. Now we're having that same conversation about how to use this data with generative AI. Across all types of use cases, we have found that building this strong data foundation that includes a comprehensive integrated set of services, tools to govern your data across the end-to-end data workflow are really, really important. And this workflow now includes using Gen AI. So the best way to think about it is Gen AI applications are just another application class that sits on top of your existing data foundation. So the better your data foundation, the more powerful your Gen AI applications are going to be. You want to plug in existing data sources into your AI applications, your S3 data lakes, or your operational databases, and you want to use the data building blocks that you're super familiar with. That's your high-quality enterprise data that's going to customize your AI that feeds into these models and makes them magical. Amazon Bedrock provides a comprehensive set of capabilities to help you create applications with the data that's relevant to your business. So you have capabilities like fine-tuning, retrieval augmented generation, or RAG. It's a term you'll hear a lot. You can start building agents which help execute tasks using your enterprise systems and data sources. At today's summit, you can explore all of these different methods. And a little later, I'll show you a simple way that you can implement RAG. You've probably heard this many times if you've ever been to an AWS conference. Security and privacy is our top priority, bar none. It is in our DNA and woven into our culture. It pervades everything we do, every service we build, and that includes Amazon Bedrock. Your data is never used for training, and when you fine-tune models, we create private, secure containers that are accessible only to you that sit in your VPC. And we ensure secure data transmission with end-to-end encryption throughout the AI lifecycle. Bedrock even supports strict compliance like GDPR and HIPAA. So all of these things are very, very important to how you use Bedrock. With Bedrock, we are making AI, Gen AI, accessible and straightforward to use. You can expect the same types of APIs, software development kits, and security features that you're used to in any AWS service. So just like EC2, just like S3, just like RDS, Bedrock has enterprise-grade features that help you make your data secure.